Hello guys and welcome back to Precise Weather, precise, accurate, and to the point. So let's go ahead and get in with this evening's video. And there hadn't really been many changes. The system has progressed a little bit further southward, and other than that, and also there has been a change in the NAM model towards the ice, and I will get into that in just a little while. But first, let me go ahead and point out, you guys in Florida are dealing with a couple of thunderstorms down there. You know, maybe a couple gusty winds and some hail, but nothing really severe expected. You guys are under 1, so nothing really too much expected there. And a couple little showers lingering in, Pennsylvania and portions of the Mid-Atlantic. So here's our main system. Let me go ahead and get the satellite off since it's dark now anyways, and speed this on up to now. This moisture right here has broke off of the main system as well, and you guys in the UP of Michigan, you guys are getting some lake enhancement off of the moisture too. It's kind of combining with this system and helping or with this wave of moisture that has broke off the main system and helping you guys to get a little bit more in the way of snow. So you guys in the UP portions of Michigan are experiencing a little bit of lake enhancement right now. So let's go ahead and go down here to the main part of the system. You know, it hadn't ramped up too much, but it is starting, and right now it's affecting a good bit of the portions of Colorado and Nebraska right now. Let me go ahead and turn temperatures on for you guys so you can get a good range of the temperatures right now. And I'm just going to do a general outline here, but all these areas in the country, and it looks like, about 20% of the country right now, all the areas north of the line that I've drew, you guys are below 30 degrees right now. And it doesn't take long for you to get below 20 as you go further north. And this system is probably at its coldest right now, and it will be tonight. But in terms of the largest blast to cold air driving south, that will probably be in 15 to 18 hours. It'll probably affect the largest number of people. Will probably feel the cold in about 15 to 18 hours. I tried to think of what I was going to say right there, or how to say that, because it's kind of hard to say. So let's go ahead and turn on the model run. So this is now currently, and I'm just going to speed this up and progress through time. And as you guys can see tonight, it's really going to be cold in parts of Colorado, Utah, up to Wyoming and Montana, parts of the Dakotas, and north west Nebraska is really going to feel the cold tonight. That area is in the pink, will be below 0. Those areas in the pink will be below the 0 mark. And I'm just going to speed this on up. And this is through the day tomorrow. And I would argue right here is when the system is going to affect, or when the largest number of people in the US is going to feel the cold air from this system. And what I mean by that is all this area right here, you guys will be below, I'll just do like a outline, but all you guys in that area there, you guys will be below 20 degrees. So yeah, the system is definitely going to be a record breaker, and you know, is very unusual for this time of year. This is more like a wintertime system, and so it's definitely going to break a couple records, you know, and you guys are definitely going to feel like it's winter out there. So let me go ahead and turn on the precipitation. So now, guys, we can use a shorter range model, another one, and you know, really get a better idea of what the system might be like in the next couple of hours. So I'm just going to speed this up through time, and as you guys can see, it's going to progress through Colorado, and the ice part is really starting to build up overnight. This is overnight tonight, and as you guys can see, the ice part is really starting in portions of the panhandle of Texas and eastern New Mexico. And as I speed this up through time, it just gets worse. You know, parts of mainly South Kansas and parts of the Oklahoma and Texas panhandle, you guys are really going to be experiencing the ice as we go out through the day. Throughout the early portion of tomorrow is when it's really going to begin for you guys. So let me go ahead and switch over to another model now, because this is as far out as this one will go for now. Alright guys, so this is back over to the GFS model, and as we go out through time, you know, it might be a little bit overblown on the snow portion of this storm, but you know, I think it's doing a pretty good job. And the sleet too, I don't think there'll be that much sleet. There's not going to be that much sleet. It's probably going to be freezing rain all through out up in here. But I will say the sleet will probably be mixed with freezing, or the freezing rain will actually be mixed with sleet at times. And yeah, it's just not going to be good. It's going to be a messy and icy situation through this area, general area here. You know, for the next 36 to 48 hours. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this on up, and as you guys can see, you know, Oklahoma City is looking more and more likely like you guys are going to get it. The freezing rain. You know, Amarillo. You guys might be dealing with some sleet initially. And, you know, freezing rain maybe as far south as Lubbock. And this is tomorrow afternoon. And as we go out through time, you see the moisture separated from the cold air for, you know, a period of time, but then it's starting to reattach itself with the cold air. So the icy mess is coming back for you guys. And as we go out through time, you know, Oklahoma City and definitely portions east of just west of Oklahoma City, you guys are really gonna be experiencing probably some heavy freezing rain in, you know, areas of southeast Kansas, western Missouri, and also areas, you know, of middle Oklahoma, and parts of the Texas Panhandle, and it's looking more likely parts south of the Texas Panhandle, southeast of the Texas Panhandle. You guys are going to experience the freezing rain as well, and it has changed, and it looks like you guys are going to experience it a little bit further south in Texas as we originally thought, but you know, the general concept's still there. Areas of the Texas Panhandle, areas of Oklahoma Panhandle, southeast Kansas, western Missouri, and areas parts just east of the Oklahoma Panhandle. You guys are really going to experience the freezing rain coming down heavy, heavy, heavy as we go out through the day on Tuesday and on into Tuesday night as well. The one good thing is there might be some rain that comes in and melts the ice as we get into late evening on Tuesday for you guys in Oklahoma City. And it might shift a little bit more west towards Amarillo and Lubbock then. But, you know, middle Oklahoma, you guys are still going to be experiencing ice. And I just think, you know, it's just going to be a bad situation for you guys. And it finally starts to wind down as we go into the day on Thursday. But it only winds down because of the cold air. It runs out. But the system kind of redevelops and is drawing moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. This is the tropical depression down here, guys, and like I say, areas of the southeast, you guys are going to have to watch out for flooding from the system, and there might be a batch of moisture ahead of it too, kind of from the tropical depression, but it, you know, gets out ahead of the tropical depression. And out here in Kansas and Oklahoma, that storm that was creating all the ice for you guys, that's going to join these systems and kind of mix in with it as well. So yeah, it's just going to be a rainy time for you guys in the Mid-Atlantic, you know, Midwest, Southeast, and there's really just going to kind of create one big system, and you guys will see that in a minute. Maybe heavier rain going through portions of Alabama and Georgia from the tropical system, and you know, I think wherever the system lands, you know, is going to be where the heaviest rain is. Tropical system, you know, it might not be even in areas of Georgia or Alabama. It might be in Mississippi or somewhere else. But you know, wherever this system lands is going to be where the heaviest rain is. Now the tropical system, that is. And as we go out through time, you guys can just see it progressing through the Carolinas, and you know, this lingering batch of moisture up here might already kind of develop into some rain for you guys in the Ohio Valley region. And you know, this system out here is still joining all of this moisture at the same time. So yeah, it's just gonna be a rainy time for everyone in these areas, you know. And then there might be some lingering snow on the backside of the system. But it was looking to be more of a major storm, but now the snowfall is kind of you know, went down. But you know, it just all depends on the system and where it tracks, and you know, so we got plenty of time to figure that out. But like I say, just you know, the rain concern for portions of the southeast is just going to be tremendous. And like I say, the majority of the flooding is going to be wherever the tropical system lands, and whatever it is, depression, storm, whatever it is when it makes landfall, you know, or it might not even be either. But you know, whatever it is when it makes landfall, you know, that's going to be where most of the flooding comes from. You know, I wouldn't worry about flooding from the other systems. It's mainly gonna, you know, uh, it's mainly gonna be where the tropical depression or whatever it is tropical system lands. But yeah, areas in the southeast, you guys need to be on standby for wherever this tropical system does land. Alright guys, I just want to show you guys this little graphic. You know, basically self-explanatory, flooding concerns. And let me put on the cities for you guys, so you guys can just see how many cities, you know, need to be on the lookout, you know. You know, it could end up, the tropical system could end up taking a track like that, or, you know, like that, or like that, you know. So all these places really need to be on standby. And, you know, definitely the coastal areas. And, you know, inner cities too, like Birmingham and Atlanta, you guys need to be also concerned about the system, because it might create some flooding for you guys. So, you know, just need to stay alert with the weather, and, you know where, you know, the system makes landfall and if it's heading towards you guys or not. And I would even argue areas like West Virginia, you guys need to be concerned about flooding as well, you know, or at least excessive rainfall. Alright guys, so let me show you guys the Euro freezing rain accumulation map. And you know, not too much has changed. I would argue, you know, it might be there might be some more freezing rain further south into Texas than we originally thought, you know. But other than that, it's basically the same. And, you know, maybe not quite as far into Missouri either. But other than that, you know, basically it's the same. But let me show you guys the next model, the NAM model, and it has big changes. Alright guys, so this right here is the NAM model, and I wanted to show you guys this model because, you know, there has been some recent changes with it, and it's starting to show some more ice, which is, you know, of course, bad news. More ice, definitely in the Texas and Oklahoma region, and you know, maybe not as much in the south and southeastern Kansas, but I still think you guys will have some ice. I still think there will be some ice in that area as well. But, you know, the bad news is it's starting to show and project, you know, more and more ice. So it's looking more and more likely, like you guys in Texas and Oklahoma will be dealing with a major ice storm. So with that, let me take you over to my last graphic, my ice forecast. Alright guys, so here is my ice accumulation map. And as you guys might notice, there has not been many changes. You know, with the quarter of an inch of accumulation possibilities. You know, I definitely increased it a little bit further south than it was, and that's really been about it. So now I will display the quarter inch to half an inch, and as you guys can tell, there has not been too many changes with it either. Just a little bit further south. I moved it a little bit further south because, you know, with the recent changes, I do think we will see higher accumulation a little bit further in southern Texas than we originally thought. So, with that, let me go ahead and move the half an inch to 3/4 of an inch on up here. And as you guys may notice, there has been a couple changes with it too. The first thing is, basically the same trend. I moved it a little bit further south than it originally was, and I took away the part that was in Kansas, because I think Kansas, you guys are going to see some lighter accumulation, but I'm not taking away the 1/4 inch to half an inch, until I see some better guidance with the model. So I think you guys in southeast Kansas, sorry, we'll still see, a quarter to a half an inch. But I think the heaviest accumulation, will be in areas just east of the Oklahoma Panhandle, and areas of, the Texas Panhandle, particularly northeastern Texas Panhandle, will see the heaviest ice accumulation, I think. And really, that's been about the only change I made. The only changes that I have made, and with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out, guys. And I think we covered it quite well, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye, and God bless.